Hello, hi, I'm Dr. Gurung. I'm a consultant psychiatrist. Good to be back in work. So this morning I managed to listen to a lovely podcast. It was an audiobook. The audiobook was about a book called The Miracle Morning. So this book was written by Hal Elrod. Before I read this book, I was interested to find about this author, and there were two interesting things which I found about this author. At the age of 20, he was hit by a drunken driver where he was clinically pronounced dead for 6 minutes. He suffered 11 bone fracture. He also had a brain um, damaged, and he was told that he would never be able to walk. But within 3 weeks, he was able to walk. He didn't accept his limitation. The second incident happened in 2008 where he faced financial difficulties, where he also went into a severe depression. Following his second setback, he tried to change his morning ritual, and from this morning ritual, he was able to claim his mindset and reclaim his life. So there were some of his learning experience which he have shared in this book, which I found it quite interesting. So just to reflect on the things that I've learned from this book. Number one is the standard of a mindset determines your choice. Choice determines your habit. Habit determines your identity, and identity defines your destination. So, so keep in mind we really need to work on our mindset. Our mind is divided in two parts: conscious and unconscious. Conscious is whatever we are aware of. Conscious mind has got its limitation because of limited memory. Unconscious, or which is also known as subconscious, is 95% of our mind. Subconscious is more active during our sleep. So in order to access our subconscious, there are two times which two point period in a day where we can access the subconscious. The morning hours within 10 or 15 minutes when we wake up, and 10 or 15 minutes before we go to sleep. So this is the best time to train our subconscious mind. So in this, just want to summarize. He have share his six principle in order to reset the subconscious mind. So the six routine that we can also follow in our day-to-day activities, day-to-day life in order to train our subconscious mind is, it comes with the mnemonic saviors. S-A-V-E-R-S, with S is silence. So every morning before we start our day, we need to start with silence, purposeful quiet, meditation, prayer, gratitude. So this will help us to provide clarity in our thinking. So the number thing that we can do when we wake up from the morning is silence. Number two is using affirmation, repeating positive thought about your goal, why, and the person you want it to be. So the affirmation needs to be realistic. It needs to be broken into small steps. That is affirmation. For example, if I want to be confident, I need to describe what are the things that I need to do in order to be confident. So my mindset I need to have in affirmation is, I'm a positive person. No matter what happens in my life, all the failures that I face, I'll take as a feedback in order to improve. So this is the affirmation. Number two is visualization. Visualization is mental rehearsal, the action that you will take for a successful outcome you want to achieve. So the visualization also needs to be positive, and the visualization is the thing that needs to take in, the picture needs to be in your mind before it turns into reality. For example, today I wanted to run 11 kilometers after my work. So in my mind, I have already ran 11 kilometer. I've broken 11 kilometer into two parts: 5 kilometer, 5 kilometer, and the last 1 kilometer is just a cool down. Number fourth is exercise. Exercise doesn't mean that you have to do strenuous work. In exercise, it's just a bit of mobility or movement that helps you to, start your mind. Keep in mind, mind doesn't work in isolation; it works with body. So a few minutes of physical activities to boost your energy and mental. And the fifth thing is reading. Reading educational inspiration materials. It helps you to provide extra knowledge in order to deal with some challenging things that you might face. A lot of people might say that reading doesn't come naturally to them. I would advise please start with at least 5 page every day. So if you study 5 or read 5 pages in a day, in 7 days it turns into 35 pages. So start with small compounding. So in 365 days you might read at least 15 to 20 books. So this is with reading. Now the last bit is subscribing. That means that this art of journaling, whatever has happened in the day, you need to journal it to see what are the things that you have done good, what are the things that you need to do better. So in my own life, I tend to do journaling twice. In the morning, I make the list of the things that I want to achieve. At the night time before going to bed, I spend almost like 10 or 15 minutes to see what are the things that I was able to achieve and what are the things that which I didn't achieve, and I also analyze and do an audit how well I can achieve those things next time. So with all of these things, let me just summarize. Saviors: silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, subscribing. All of this also needs a habit that needs to be done in a regular time. A lot of people might say that they don't have time. I would advise please create a time in order to change your life. Thank you very much.